really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient of water. I think he's pretty versatile, very versatile swimmer today, and I think that it's because of the early focus on technique.
Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Madison Area YMCA for session number 3. So just real quick, this is a 4-day meet. Friday night we had distance. This morning we had younger kids. This is our second session today, session 3 overall for our 13, 14-year-olds. So as you can see, warm-ups have been completed. Kids are kind of around the pool waiting. Their scheduled start is about 10 minutes. I see there's a few people out there, so I wanted to run through something real quick. It's something that people have asked about. So I'll go over kind of some of the meet logistics after when we get closer. But I wanted to include this and have it for reference should somebody be interested in it. So during the meets, as I'm covering them, I'll refer to Meet Mobile. So real quick on the screen, you'll see that is my cell phone screen being displayed there. So the application, Meet Mobile, you see it here, the icon, it's a blue swimmer. So I just wanted to kind of cover just some of the use cases with this, so I have it recorded and we can refer back to it should anybody be interested. So when you launch the app, up in this search bar, for this particular meet, if I search for May, Madison Area YMCA, May, the abbreviation, and then MLK, because this is the Martin Luther King Invitational, I'll see a result here. So under the meets, I simply tap on that. Now I'm looking at the high level for this. Again, this is within the app. You can download it either on a phone or a tablet. I'm not subscribed. My swimmers have graduated. I'm saving money by not subscribing to this. They have a couple different plans, but this is just the free version, what you can see. So from this point, if I tap on events, this is basically a breakout of all the sessions. All right, so the Friday night session we've completed. Saturday 11 and 12 is done. So we're into this Saturday, this one here, somewhat highlighted. So if I tap on that row, it'll now go in and show me the event. So for this particular session, we're starting with event 23 and going to 34. And the nice thing here is the scheduled time. So if you look at this row here for event 23, it says it's scheduled to start at 1:15. Now, if I tap on that, it'll show me the swimmers. Now, these are, it is a heat sheet. So the key here is up top where it says final heat sheet. That's the important aspect, because now this has been seeded, all right? So you might see site sheet there. That's basically, think of that as just a listing of all the swimmers, where now that it says heat sheet, That is where they went through and basically they seeded everybody, slowest to fastest in this case, and then they kind of look at different the way the swimmers line up. So that we'll never put a race out there with just one swimmer. So in this case, you'll see that there's 3 swimmers in that first heat. Okay. And another thing of note here, you see Molly Mills has a star next to her name. So what I did, I just wanted to highlight. So when you come into a swimmer, you can actually click this star up top to make them a favorite. So I just selected that particular swimmer just randomly. And then what you can do, if we go back out, now there's this funnel up top. I tap on that, and I can click on favorite swimmers here. Now it's only going to show me my events for my favorite swimmers. All right, so I just wanted to give a quick run through. This is me mobile. If anybody has questions, you can put it in the chat. I can kind of try and answer them. So there's an announcement going on. All right, but this is nice. You know, if you do, like I'll go in, and if I do Friday night. So this is the subscription. So I do not subscribe to it. I don't know what that announcement was. All right, so that's just an overview, Meet Mobile. So you can see from here that, let me go back out, so events and shut off this favorite swimmer. So this is the session we're going into here. So we're starting with event 23, and anybody that's new to the structure of these meets, so the odd number events are for the girls, even numbers will be followed up by the boys. There are rare occasions where we might not have entries, but typically, you know, we'll go girls, boys, all the way through. Okay, so this session goes up to event 34, which tentatively, you know, based on the time for swimmers, the time between starts and so on, it estimates that about 3 o'clock this last race will be going off, and there's one heat there. Okay, it is a 400 IM, so okay. So that's Meet Mobile. I just wanted to give you an overview and have that recorded so I could refer back to it. So again, thanks for joining us. I'm going to shut that off. All right. So real quick now, how we run meets here at Common Guy Sports. So I have a couple different camera angles. Initially, I'm going to start with this view. So this is, it's, I don't know, it's about 7 or 8 feet off the deck. So the intent here is to give you a heads-on view of the swimmers so you can see faces. When we go to start, I will go to this overhead, and I do have the names and teams. I will display that on this overlay, all right? So this is an 8-lane, 25-yard pool, lane 1 at the top, lane 8 at the bottom, all right? So in this particular case, we have 3 swimmers filling lanes 3, 4, and 5, and the associated logos. Hopefully I have all the logos correct. The placement's a little funky at times, so I might not turn that on, all right? And then when they start, I will turn that off, and then I will transition to, let me turn this up. I will transition to an overhead view. All right, the intent here is to show swimmers where they are relative, kind of at the halfway part of the pool. That black line is not, that is just kind of where the deep end starts, all right? And then I do have a camera at the far end so we can see some far end turns. Okay, so depending on how the swimmers are grouped up, you know, I will go into this kind of more zoomed in view, or if they're spread out, so something like that 400 IM. I might need to go to this camera view where I have kind of a pool view if they are spread out. Again, if somebody could comment in the YouTube channel if audio and video are working okay. We have a couple swimmers making their way behind the blocks. I do not see timers yet. A few more swimmers come behind the blocks. Again, first race is a 200 back on the girls' side. So the names on the scoreboard represent the swimmers about to start, and then I manage that top right where I will update that with the girls or boys' names in the next race. Now, with that, next race could be the last or the next heat of a given race, or it could be the first heat of the next event. All right? And I'll try and keep you up to date what's going on, where we are relative to the number of heats and so on. So for this first event, event 23, we have 3 total heats on the girls' side and then 3 heats on the boys' side. All right, good afternoon, anybody just joining us. This is Mike from Common Guy Sports. This is session 3, so 13 and 14-year-olds. It's our middle session for today. We have another session later today with the older kids. We'll be getting started shortly. As we can see, timers and officials are making their way behind the blocks. So here's sorry. All right, just hear them counting down lanes for the timers. All right. So here's our swimmers and their lane assignments. Again, lane 1 at the top of the pool. Lane 8 at the bottom. Starting with the 200-yard backstroke. All right, we should be getting started shortly. All right, 3 heats starting off here. All right, here's our lane assignments. All right, we're underway. All right, and then on the top right are our swimmers in heat number 2. If you're just joining, I mentioned earlier, the entries are up in Meet Mobile. Everything is seated there, so you should be able to see exactly the event and the heat number for individual swimmers. And I'd like to bring your attention to the top center of the screen, Fluid Mechanics. They're a competitive swim instruction program. They do video and in-person coaching and swim technique review. So they're a sponsor for this meet this weekend. They provide a great service, and they're also providing sponsorship this weekend to bring you this meet and the live stream. So thank you to them. Please take a look at their website. They've been working serving swimmers, coaches, and whole teams since 1987. So their website is fluidmechanics.net/get-started for more information on some programs they offer. Okay. Again, this is a 25-yard pool, starting on the right-hand side down to the turn end. We only have pads at the start end, so we'll all get 50-yard splits. Okay. So this being a 200-yard race, 8 lengths of the pool. So we are starting with event 23, and I think we're going up to 30-something in this session. And then we have one more session later this afternoon for the older kids. We go up to event 34. So real quick, I'll run through. So we're 200-yard back, girls and boys, 100-yard breast, 200-yard IM, 100-yard free, 200-yard fly, 400-yard IM. So that's our lineup for this session. And just a heads up, so initially there was only 2 sessions on Sunday, tomorrow. That's been reworked. There's going to be 3 sessions tomorrow and then only 1 on Monday. So please review all the information. Make sure you're aware and you're showing up at the right place at the right time. Again, this camera angle, love to get your feedback. I added this, trying to gain a little view of faces so we can see the kids, get a little better identification. And here's their lane assignments. Again, this is heat 2 of 3. Missing a swimmer in lane 1. And the names for heat 3 are now updated on the top right. So if anybody's joining us and you potentially missed something, one of the beauties of YouTube is that you can rewind and go back and catch if you were coming for the first heat. And then you can watch it in a delayed fashion, maybe 5 or 10 minutes off live, or you can then jump ahead. So I know there was some questions about the start times and that moved around, so just want to give you that option. Similarly, if you are watching this in real time, so you can see it's funny, the clock's up on the far wall there. They're actually like 25 seconds apart. That is real time, so it is 1:20 p.m. on Saturday is live as we're streaming this. YouTube does, delay it a little, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. There's a 10-second drop. Nice swim, Erin Healy. Now on the top right are the names for the boys. So the first heat, again, on that side too, they have 3 heats. So in the water, heat 3 of the girls, and then we'll move on to the boys' side. So as you can see there, just under the starting blocks of those orange horizontal boards, those are the backstroke swim wedge, if you would. So they stretch down, they stretch down, they're on a kind of a retention system, so you can bring that down to get better footing. A lot of the older kids will utilize that, maybe less on the younger kids. All right, heat 1 of the boys in the water, heat 2 names are now updated on the top right. 3 total heats on the boys' side also. Something else of note up on the scoreboard on the top left, the rightmost column, as they turn here, you'll see that it'll display the running order. And then when the race is done, that rightmost column in yellow is the finish order. If anybody does have other questions regarding either logistics on the meet or things around the meet, please feel free to post them. The chat is open on YouTube. I will try and monitor that. So on the top right, that next race section with all the names. So what you see in there is the names, the age, team affiliation, and then you'll see their seed time. That's kind of the best time that swimmer has swum the particular race. And then it's used ultimately for determining the lineup, if you would, who's swimming in what lanes and what heats. So that is not updated. That's just a static display I put up before the race starts. Please refer to the scoreboard on the top left for the actual race time. All right, you see the swimmer in lane 5 with the light blue cap utilizing the starting red. Heat 2 of 3 in the water. Names for heat 3 are updated on the right, top right. Had a 7.5, 8-second drop there. Great swim for our first place swimmer, Robbie. starts here for the girls on the 100-yard dash? Nice 4-second drop there by Natasha Duran Gonzalez. Heat 4 in the water. Names for Heat 5 will be updated right now. And then we have 4 heats on the boys' side. Nice 2-second drop there by Lola Summerstein. All right, final heat upcoming. Boys' names up top for the first heat on their side. 4 heats total for the boys. That's Katie Brown, lane 4 from SJAC, leading us out. Katie came in with a 1:13.36 seed, so great swim, almost 2 seconds. All right, boys stepping up. Shucks. Here's our boys' names. Four total heats for the boys. But that 0 up on the scoreboard, that just represents that the plunger was hit prior to the pad being recognizing the touch. So they also have manual hand times there, so don't worry, we'll be able to get a score there for Finn Tobin, who came in with the 125 seed, swam a 120, so great swim there. All right, heat 2 upcoming. I don't know if the audio is clipping for you. I'm having issues here, so. Okay, get that rectified. Sounds echoey. Sorry. Now the names for the next heat are updated on the top right. That was like a 5.5, 6 second drop there for Peter Lambert there. Oh. All right, so this is the last heat in the water. Then we're moving on to the girls' 200-yard IM. So this is Will Walsh leading us out in lane 4, followed by lane 5, Owen LeGros. All right, now the girls' names for our next race, 200 IM up top. All right, so heat 1 in the water here. We have 4 total heats for the girls' side, and then 4 on the boys. And then after the IMs, we'll be moving to a 100-yard freestyle. So first place there, Olivia Vargas, dropping about 11 seconds off her 255, mid 255, so almost 12 seconds. Yep, great swim there. Lane 3, Georgia Lee, 9-second drop off her seed. Heat 3 in the water, names for Heat 4 on the top right. That'll be our final heat for this event. Great swim there. Sasha Black takes first place in that heat. And here's our swimmers for the final heat. Now the boys' names on the top right for first of 4 heats on their side. Great swim there. Sasha Steele splitting a free at 32-42 to finish that off. Great job. All right, first heat of the boys upcoming. Four heats on the boys. So overall, these are pretty short sessions. It is 2:04 here, and the anticipated last event is at 2:50. So there is one more session for the older kids, 15 and overs, later today. So that'll be a separate stream. If you're interested, please join us. So again, there's 4 heats here for the boys, and then we'll move on to event 29, which is a 100-yard freestyle. We have 7 heats for the girls and 6 for the boys. Big effort there in lane 4 from Aiden Hung trying to pull in Charlie Vargas, but Charlie holds him off. All right, heat 3 in the water. Heat 4 names on the top right. Heat 4 is our final heat, and then we move on to 100 free. Oh, shucks. Team Lambert. Peter Lambert there, lane 3, huge swim, 214 and chain, 214.16 on a 223.70. Oh, sorry, wrong camera. All right, final heat here. Okay, the girls' names up top for the first heat of the 100 free. Yeah, so Max Carter really pushing out his, came into the wall on the last turn in second, but obviously breaststroke strong suit for him. Takes a big lead into the free. Yeah, so if you go back and rewatch this race, and you could definitely see, if you do have a strong breaststroke, he came into the wall second before, and here he is pulling ahead. Great swim there. That's lane 4, Max Carter. All right, we should see our girls stepping up for 100 free first heat, 3 swimmers. All right, underway, 100 free. 7 total heats on the girls' side. Again, if you want to jump back and rewatch your race, you can. So if you're on your phone or tablet, you could just double tap kind of the left side of the screen. On your computer, you actually can use the left and right arrows. Or there's a slider at the bottom you can use to drag that back. 100 freestyle, 4 lengths of the pool, 7 heats for the girls, and 6 for the boys. Then after that, we have 200 fly, 1 heat girls, 2 on the boys, and then 400 IM. And that's the extent of this session. So again, I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Love to get feedback, good or bad. So you can post it in the chat down the bottom, or my email is commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. So all one big word, commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. And the names for Heat 3 are now updated on the top right. All right, underway here with Heat 3. Let me update the names for 4. And they're updated now on the top right. I also love to get feedback on camera placement. My intent, kind of this mid-pool, is to show you kind of who's leading, also give you the ability to see, on the start who gets out a little quicker. And then the far end and near ends are to kind of judge on turns, as the importance of those as you're coming into the wall. So that's the thinking for camera placement. So if anybody's joining us now and not familiar with Meet Mobile, the app, I did a little tutorial at the beginning of this session. So you can, if you go back and rewatch that, it'll give you kind of an overview of what the Meet Mobile app provides. So hopefully that was helpful to anybody that's new. Grandparents and so on, you can have access to that too. Gives you the capability of kind of seeing information. All right. All right, 4 is in the water. Names for 5 are updated now up top. First 5 lanes. Almost like a dead heat here. Lane 1 pulling it out. First time I get to say outside smoke. 109 Brown. Came on a 103.24. Great swim there, Katie Brown. All right, 6 in the water. Names for 7. The last heat up top right. Nope, sorry, I missed that turn. Sorry about that. Looked away. Wow, 58.55. Great swim, Thea, up there in lane 2. All right, last heat. Everybody coming in except for one with a sub-minute time. Sophia leading us out here at lane 4. Sophia Kopatek from Madison area. Came in with the 58.20. Looks like we're dropping off that. Great swim, Sophia. All right, first heat of the boys now. Six heats total on the boys' side. All right, so first heat boys is wrapping up here. So just a little perspective. So Sophia, 14-year-old in that previous 100 free, she came in 56 and change. Just looking up the high school, kind of the what they call the meet of champions, the all-star meet at the end of the season. That's their qualifying times are. That's a 54:34. So just a little perspective, and that's a high school championship meet time. All right. I think this is heat 3 in the water. They didn't increment the scoreboard. Hopefully they catch up to that. There it is. All right. Heat 4 names on the top right. And just for, keep it fair, girls and boys, the 100 free for the boys is a 49.15 for that high school meet of champions. So again, just a point of reference. And all those times are available if you just Google NJSIAA swimming. You can find those. Four in the water. Names for 5 are now updated on the top right. 6 total heats for the boys. All right, we're off with the last of the boys. It's going to be a fast one. Lane 3 leading us out there. Lane 2 reeling them back in a little bit. Shrian Chang of Madison. $51.96. Awesome swim, Mark. Mark Suarez there of Cat came in at 52.35. So, sorry, I'm a little slow here getting the girls updated. All right. First heat of the girls in the water. 200 fly. This is the only heat, sorry. The first and only, sorry. We have 2 heats on the boys' side. That's what I was a little confused a second there. Again, so here we are, event 31, 200-yard butterfly for the girls, and we follow up with event 32, 200 butterfly for the boys, 2 heats, and then we have 400-yard IM, 1 heat for the girls, 1 for the boys. So there's an 18-second drop, lane 7. Safina Morrison, great swim. And in first place is Emily Bowl. Great job, ladies. Okay, first heat of the boys upcoming. So there is one more session this afternoon for the older kids, 15 and over. So we'll be, I think there's been a 20-minute, half-hour break, then warm up. So about an hour and a half from now, we'll be going live with that session. Hopefully you can join us if you have interest or checking in on some swimmers. Love to have you join. And I'd also like to point out, top center of your screen there, you'll see Fluid Mechanics listed. So this meet and the live stream being sponsored by them. Wonderful organization serving swimmers, coaches, and teams worldwide since 1987. So they provide swim instruction, both virtually through video and also in person. You can find more information on their website, fluidmechanics.net, and they're offering some Get Started programs. So I'll run a video at the end, one of their highlighted swimmers going on to swim at Cal Berkeley. Very impressive swimmer. And they also have an overview of some of their instructional programs. So it's a local swimmer that's going to Cal Berkeley. If you're not familiar, take a watch at the end. You can see the video and hear part of his parents' feedback on the development. All right, here comes our swimmers for heat number 2. This is the final heat for this event for the boys, and then we'll move on to the 400-yard IM for the girls. One heat there and then one for the boys. And that'll be a wrap, as they say in show business. One other thing to mention, so YouTube has added a capability, they call it clips, where you can actually take a segment of this stream after the fact and basically create a shorter, if you would, subsection of my whole stream and then share that. So as you're watching it, just under the main preview or the main window, you'll see a few different buttons, and you should have clips. They've been rolling that out to a wider audience. If you don't have the ability for it, feel free to email me and I can do it and then send you a link. So my email is commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. Again, all one word, commonguysportsnj@gmail.com, or you can find it on the About page here on the YouTube channel. Be more than happy to help you out with that. It's a nice way, for highlights, or, you want to share something with a family member, or, as the kids get older, is, building up college recruiting and other capabilities with that clip, you can do that. All right, 400 IM here. Oh, shucks. Sorry about that, guys. Why didn't that? Sorry, I didn't update the names properly. Sorry. Sleep at the wheel. Sorry, ladies. So the top left, you see the names there? They're in the water. All right, I just wanted to put that on screen so I have it. And should I need, I can clip that back. So. All right. So I just replied Maggie in the chat. There's also on YouTube, there's an About section on my main channel, and then that has that email. So Common Guy Sports NJ. Somebody beat me to the generic Common Guy Sports at Gmail, so I had to add the NJ. All right. So the names for the boys swimming in the 400 IM are now on the top right. So our swimmer in lane 4 leading us out here. As you can see, breaststroke down to the wall. Again, this is a 400, so 4 lengths for each discipline, each stroke. All right, you're welcome, Maggie. My pleasure. I enjoy covering these events, and okay, now as you see, lane 4 transition to the freestyle. So it says as she turns at the far end, 75 yards of freestyle to go. So we have one more session later today we'll be covering, and then 3 more tomorrow, and then 1 on Monday for the little kids. Okay, so lane 4 there, about to turn here at the far end. She'll have 25 to go. She's followed by lane 5, kind of in the middle of the pool, swimming right to left. And then lane 6. So lane 6 has a 50 to go. She'll turn at the right end. She has down and back. 5:27 for, or I'm missing. That's Amber Wang from RY. All right, here's our final race of the day. That's Peter Lambert leading us out in lane 4. Came in with a seat of 5:02.74. Awesome, 101.72 on a 100 fly there. All right, so lane 4 leading us out. Again, that's Peter Lambert here transitioning from back to breast on this turn. Followed by lane 2, Nathaniel Myers, and then lane 3, Chris Matthey. So our leader in lane 4 just coming under the flags there, transitioning to his freestyle here. 100 to go. Really impressive there, splitting a 32-52 on 350 into the race. Again, that's Peter Lambert, 14-year-old from lane 4. 25 to go as he turns. Oh, that was a little slow. And again, he came in with a 5:02.74, dropping significant time off that. Great job, Peter. Mom and Dad need to find some ice cream. Yep. Kind of zoom in. I don't know if we can see. A little exhaustion, a little relief. And here's lane 2 finishing. And lane 3. Great job, everybody. 10-second drop there for Andrew Ackerman in lane 6. 5:22. Daniel Murray up in lane 1. Came in with 5:45, swam a 5:24. Really impressive, everybody. After, long day. Kind of probably swam a couple other events today. All right. All right. So that's going to conclude this session. Again, thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. We're back for one other session with the older kids. And then hopefully, if you're not here in person tomorrow, please join or share out the links. Again, if you're trying to find this on a TV or something, if you just go YouTube app and then search Common Guy Sports, that is 3 different words in YouTube, Common Guy Sports. And should be able to find the page, and then we'll have a session. You'll see a little live button. But I ask you, please stick around. Take just a real quick watch to this ad from our sponsor, Fluid Mechanics. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Fluid Mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that is because of the early focus on technique. fluid mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that it's because of the early focus on technique.